This is new. Okay, people? Just chill out. If you're watching this on YouTube or downloadable video, we're trying something new.
So don't panic.
What keeps this relationship we have healthy.
Fresh?
Yes.
Fresh and healthy.
Fresh and healthy.
And so clean.
So we're going to start the video a few minutes before we actually start the show. Mostly because that allows the live video to totally start and be there for sure at diamondclub.tv when we start the show.
I forgot to add my class from ClassPass onto my calendar today.
It also gives me a chance not to forget to start Alpha Geek Media.
There you go.
Which can start live within minutes. Minutes, I tell you. Minutes.
In mere mementos.
See. Tan mucho momentos.
I'm hungry for real food now.
I want to go to Paco's now. And I will next week.
Well, yeah, hopefully I'm still coming.
Oh, well, I'm going to go anyway.
Good, go anyway. I mean, you guys do you. I will not.
It would be great if you're here.
I pass no judgment.
But if you don't end up coming, it's not going to stop me from going to Paco's.
I think it's still like a pretty reasonable idea to just go to Paco's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll allow it.
They'll allow you to just go two people or really almost any combination and number of people would be fine.
Yeah. I mean, he may not look like he likes it, but he does.
Yeah, he's okay with it.
Paco, you know.
Still money in his pockets. His
that's
pockets.
Right. That's what he's there for.
He just made a pun out of his own name. It's terrible. Why would I do that?
All right. Did you read over your headlines?
Mostly.
I gave you one that says
Xiaomi.
So I hope you.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
All right. Good. Otherwise, it's gonna be a tight, solid show.
Tight and solid. Until we start rambling incoherently.
Yeah, you can do that too
during the discussion section.
So, video people, I hope you're enjoying. This is the bonus that you miss if you go.
It's exciting, you guys. Yeah. Are you stoked right now?
I could start talking about pretend I'm dumb about Star Wars again.
You could do that.
I could.
You could do that. You could do that.
Or you could just go to tommerritt.com and check it out yourself.
Did your video go up already?
I put up an introductory one. I have not put up the first actual episode yet. Mm-hmm. It's also on my YouTube. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel as a video.
Why exactly do you think you have more time to do things like that?
I just wanted to watch all 6 movies before The Force Awakens comes out. And so I was like, oh, well, this will be an excuse to watch them.
Good.
Yeah. So there you go. Don't judge.
I'm not judging.
All right, let's start the audio show. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
We're going to start in Swedish.
Are we actually starting, or we're going to start the show?
Yeah, we're actually going to start the show now.
Okay.
All right.
This is a public DTNS announcement. A message in English will follow. Välkommen till showen med dagliga teknologiska nyheter med Tom, Merritt och gäster. Jag heter Carl och är en av flera exekutiva medproducenter och alltså en av Toms chefer. Det kan du också bli genom att donera $1 eller mer i månaden på patreon.com.
Someday I'll learn how to say this next part in Swedish. This is the Daily Tech News for Monday, November 2nd, 2015. I'm Tom Merritt. Joining me today is Veronica Belmont, DTNS contributor and host of Dear Veronica on Engadget. But so much more. You're more than just those things.
I'm more than just the component pieces of my mind and body.
That's right. You are a luminous being, not that crude matter.
Yeah, that. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We're going to talk about the future of our species in relation to Postmates. Sort of.
Yes.
I mean, essentially, we're going to talk about services and drone deliveries and robots and whether this is good for us or not. But all of that is coming after the headlines. People seem pretty excited here in the good old United States of America that T-Mobile USA now offers a third device to improve cell reception in your house.
Oh boy.
I don't know why people are legitimately interested in this though. It's top of the list on all the blogs. Subscribers on a Simple Choice plan get a free 4G LTE cell spot box that creates an LTE network that covers about 3,000 square feet using your home net connection. So you're kind of like putting up your own cell tower in your house. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You do need to pay a $25 deposit, but otherwise it's free. T-Mobile already offers two other devices, a Wi-Fi cell spot router and a 4G LTE cell spot signal booster, but one is only for Wi-Fi and the other is just a booster, so this kind of combines them together. T-Mobile told 9 to 5 Google the new unit operates on 10 by 10 LTE in band 4 and UMTS in band 2 spectrum, if that's the kind of thing that makes a difference to you.
That's great. It's like having a home cow.
A home cow?
Yeah. You know, like a cow, like the big trucks they bring to big events to boost the cell signal.
See, I'm from
cows.
Southern Illinois, so immediately I assumed you meant a dairy cow.
Like an actual dairy cow.
Yeah, for milk.
No, that does not help.
I was imagining you milking the
cell
LTE signal into your phone.
There you go.
But no, now I get what you mean, like one of those trucks, except it's in your house. I mean, this is a better version than what they've offered in the past, so I get that. It uses your home internet connection. It creates a real LTE network. It's all cool. It does imply, though, that you need it.
Well, that's an issue with all the carriers at this point. Different areas, different parts of the country, different parts of the city, different parts of a neighborhood all have varying degrees of cell phone reception. And it doesn't really, some do it better than others, and some cities are better for certain carriers than others. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is a bad thing. It's really $25 to have pretty decent cell reception in your home. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal, really. I would frankly enjoy that.
Yeah, and my friend lives up in Topanga Canyon. We were up there, and she has Wi-Fi, but she had no cell reception in her house. So she could benefit from this, I guess, for making calls. But as far as LTE data goes, she has Wi-Fi already.
Yeah, I think we talk about it less and less because we're using it less and less, perhaps, at least people who are very wired in. So we're not making as many calls as we are looking to send iMessages or having chat through various apps or talking on Facebook Messenger or however it is that we communicate more frequently with our friends and family.
You know what? The Uber driver that I had the other day was complaining that when he goes up into Beverly Hills, the people don't get his text messages that he's arriving, and then they don't show up. Yeah.
So maybe he needs a cow.
Yeah.
Google's David Voss announced Project Wing, a commercial drone delivery service, which aims to deliver goods to consumers by unmanned aircraft systems by 2017. Google has run trials in Australia where the Australian Postal Service is also experimenting with drone delivery. Google's UASs hover and winch packages to the ground. So
everybody's doing it. Amazon made all the splash a while ago, but yeah, and Google is testing this worldwide. So if you're like, well, the FAA will probably delay that, Google doesn't care. They'll do it somewhere else. They're looking at the entire Earth as a place to do this.
What is UAS? I know UAV, but what is UAS?
It's unmanned aerial vehicle or unmanned aircraft system.
Oh, okay.
UAS,
system.
UAV, same thing.
Drones.
Yeah. People are like, but drones, that has a military implication. So.
Well, and what UAV doesn't? Not that they're calling them UAVs, but when I think of UAVs, I think our UAV is online from like Call of Duty.
Google's David Voss announced that Project Wing will soon be bombing you with packages.
That's great. Yeah, let's maybe not do that.
It's not what they were trying to say. But I can't wait to see how this is going to work because so many different entities, postal systems in Switzerland and Australia and Singapore and Indonesia and now Google and Amazon and all these companies are trying to figure out how to deliver by drone. It's going to be our future.
I'm excited about it. I want to know the specs, though. I want to know the limitations. Like, I just ordered a 35-pound of specialty dog food for a little, little tubby butt over here. But that's not me. I'm not pointing to myself for audio, just so you know. And that wouldn't be possible because that's almost 40 pounds worth of stuff. How much can these things carry?
Yeah, we're talking a few pounds. This is for my monthly vitamins.
For now.
That get delivered by Amazon. That's what the drone will be bringing. What Google will not be doing is ditching Chrome OS. Android and Chrome SVP Hiroshi Lockheimer wrote on the Chrome blog today, quote, "There's no plan to phase out Chrome OS, period. That's his direct quote. He also reminded readers of Chrome OS's guarantee of auto updates for 5 years. He also wrote that the company has, quote, been working on ways to bring together the best of both operating systems, referring to Android. So the Wall Street Journal article saying they're merging them sounds like it's right, but that doesn't imply that they're going to get rid of Chrome OS if they do that. So I guess we end up with a merged version, Android version, and Chrome OS. So 3.
Which totally makes sense.
More OSs, the better.
Yeah.
You know what? You only get rid of an OS when people stop using it.
Because you know what Google needs? More fragmentation.
Goodbye, BOS.
Xiaomi will sell its Redmi 2 and Mi 4 phones in South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria starting in the middle of November. For the first time, the company won't sell phones directly, but will partner with the Mobile in Africa group to handle sales, marketing, and customer support.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that Xiaomi, while it has a great innovative direct sales model in China, is willing to try whatever will work. They only want to sell the phones. They don't have some ideological attachment to the way those phones are sold. So they've done different things in India, and they have this really big target that they wanted to hit for shipping in 2015 that it does not look like they're going to hit. However, if they get these up and running by mid-November, maybe they'll sell enough in these 3 markets to be able to get closer, or maybe even hit it. So it's a big move. And 3 of the strongest markets in Africa, South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria when it comes to phones. So moving up into Xiaomi level phones, both the basic Redmi 2, that one's going to sell well for sure, and even the Mi 4, I think. You're getting those markets moving into those mid-range smartphones as well.
Indeed.
That's
I don't
you.
know if I'm supposed to. Well, it is, but I just read the last one, so I'm just going to read it anyway, so we don't mess with the rest of the lineup. Why not?
I screwed it up. That is entirely on me. I gave you 2 in a row. I don't know why.
It's okay. TechCrunch reports Clear Sky Data received a 27 million Series B round of funding. Clear Sky manages storage for enterprises with an algorithm that automatically decides what data needs to be where based on importance. The most important data is stored in the company's data center or cloud service like AWS or Azure. A second level of data is stored within 120 miles at a colo. A cold data is stuffed away in Amazon S3, and cold data rather. The company also handles deduplication, backup, and disaster recovery. Clear Sky hopes companies won't want to handle the storage provisioning and management.
Yeah, so I mean, we usually don't cover when a company gets around to funding because that in itself isn't really news to a consumer. But if you are someone in enterprise who's looking for storage solutions, this is a vote of confidence in a system that when Clear Sky launched, a lot of people thought it was a little weird. Like, why would you have another company do this? Are their algorithms really going to work? But it sounds like enough people are confident in it. And they haven't disclosed their customer list, but they say they've got a good number of customers doing this. I kind of want this for home use to be able to say, like, yeah, put stuff over in my
oh, you don't really have that much stuff.
I want stuff put in my network attached storage that I won't be able to get to all the time. I want to put some stuff on S3.
I think you're probably doing a good enough job of managing that yourself.
I have to have a terabyte hard drive in my laptop, Veronica.
A terabyte hard, do you?
Yes.
In your laptop? Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a digital hoarder. starfuryzeta sent us a fantastic article from Ars Technica about how the residents of Doe Bay on Orca Island off the coast of the state of Washington in the U.S. got fed up with outages and slow speeds from CenturyLink and built their own internet connection.
Yeah.
Doe Bay Internet Users Association, or DBIUA, is their community wireless ISP. They put a microwave transceiver on the top of a water tower, which is relayed around the island using Wi-Fi radios on 5.8 gigahertz and 900 megahertz frequencies. They used drones to figure out where to place antennas, so they had the proper reception, often in trees, because they don't have a lot of money to put up poles. So they just put them in a tree outside your house, beam it into your house. Residents pay $150 to become a member of DBIUA and $75 for their 70 megabit per second service.
Yeah. All right. Not bad.
It's a great article. If you're interested at all, if this sounds like an interesting topic, go to Ars Technica.
Of the microwave internet, though.
It's a broadband company, like, you know, backhaul broadband company on the mainland who sold it to them for $11,000 installation, and then they have some ongoing service fees. So the DBIUA folks just got together, they raised the money to pay the $11,000, and then put up the tower, and now they just, you know, they get enough people signed on to do it that they were able to pool the money and make it happen. StarTouch Broadband Services is who they paid to supply the microwave link.
That's fantastic. That's a really a heartwarming story, really.
Yeah, John Brodkin did a great write-up on this. Go check it out at Ars Technica.
I will. Soupy777 pointed out in an article in Engadget about Snapchat's response to its recent privacy policy updates, which caused quite the uproar on the internet recently. Snapchat says that reworded the terms in the, quote, way people actually talk in order to be, quote, upfront and clear. Well, they failed on the last bit. The terms always included the right to access, review, and delete content and share certain information with third parties. So you just noticed it more since it was so well worded. Snapchat points out that even the new terms say snaps and chats sent to friends are deleted from the servers once they have been viewed or expire. The only thing new is words allow them to sell replays.
Yeah, so they really... it's the right thing to do to say, you know what, we're gonna use normal language to explain these terms, and people are like, oh, that's what that said?
Yeah, that's what that means?
I'm outraged now that I understand it.
Yeah.
And Snapchat was quick to say, no, this doesn't, because a lot of people were misinterpreting the thing about selling your pictures to third parties. That's the live stories part of Snapchat, the stuff that you put public. They say, yeah, we're gonna sell ads against that because it's public. But if, in another part of the terms, they still say your private snaps are deleted from the server the way they always have been. It was confusing, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
Chinese drone maker DJI has unveiled an unmanned aircraft system of its own with a computer on board called the Manifold.
A UAS?
Yeah, or a UAV. One of the two.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Call it whatever you want. Call it a drone.
Okay.
It's quadcopter, really. The Manifold has a quad-core in its quadcopter, quad-core ARM processor, NVIDIA Kepler-based GPU, along with USB, Ethernet, HDMI, Mini PCIe, UART, SPI, and I2C ports, along with Ubuntu 14.04 LTS installed. It's designed to be a flying project board, essentially. They have an SDK on there. DJI hopes that folks will make some artificial intelligence apps for the drones. You could pack a bunch of sensors on there easily. Manifold is available today for $499, ships November 15th, or for an extra $3,299. Is that right? You can pair it with DJI's Matricy test drone.
So you can get a whole nother drone on top of your drone?
Would you like more drone with your drone? It's gonna cost you.
Yo, dog. I heard you like drones. So
I love this idea of the Manifold, though. Like being able to have a computer that's just on there so that you can add sensors to it. I imagine somebody like, Darren Kitchen is going to go crazy with this.
Yeah. And meanwhile, more police in the UK are trying out drones to fight crime. Engadget reports police in Devon and Cornwall are using DJI Inspire 1 drones to help with crime scene photography and missing person searches. Police in Dorset hope to start a similar trial on November 26th.
Yeah, and people in Cumbria have been doing this. A lot of agencies here in the U.S. have been doing it a lot of times for firefighting. So we're not saying they're the first, but just, noting there's other people out there doing this kind of stuff. TechCrunch reports a new documentary called Code Girl, an extension of Google's Made with Code project, will be available on YouTube for free until November 5th. The film, directed by Leslie Chilcott, Inconvenient Truth director, follows 5,000 girls in 60 countries who built apps to tackle problems in their communities as part of a coding competition, Technovation. It will also play in theaters in the next few weeks.
Cue all the people saying, this whole thing was sexist.
Oh, because it says girl in the title?
Because it's for girls only.
They treated the deal about using the word girl on the episode of Supergirl I watched.
How is it? I heard it's really great.
I liked it. Eileen liked it. Yeah.
Good. I'm sold.
Objectively, one can't prove it's great, but we enjoyed it a lot.
Good.
I'm interested to watch this documentary and see what it's like.
Me too.
And that, my friends, is some of the things that we thought were important, some of the things that you thought were important. How do you tell us what you think is important? Let us know on our subreddit, dailytechnewsshow.reddit.com. Submit your stories there, or if you're like, I don't got time to submit, Merritt, just vote. Get in there and knock a couple things up. Say, yeah, let's do that one, that one, that one. That doesn't mean make them pregnant. It just means vote on them.
I was going to say, maybe don't knock them up. Just,
in the UK, that just means
dinner first.
Knock on the door and say hello.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. That, my friends, is a look at the headlines. So here's the deal. A startup called Handy got an estimated $500 million in funding for setting up services. I know I said we don't usually cover rounds of funding, and we've covered 2 today. But it's interesting because they largely do cleaning services. That's 80% of what they do right now. They're the Uber of cleaning services.
Well, what is the other 20%? I thought that's all they did.
I don't know. They said 80% of our stuff is cleaning services, so I guess maybe they have some handymen in there.
Maybe.
It is called
Weird.
Handy, after all. But it's one of these Uber of services, right? We get a bunch of contractors or independent agents who do this service, in this case cleaning. We hook them up with people who want cleaning on demand. So you don't have to walk through the phone book or look on Yelp or whatever. You just get this nice, clean service. And that is a huge market. The market for on-demand is growing leaps and bounds. Witness, Postmates, Uber, Amazon Prime Now, Google Express. Everybody wants everything delivered fast and easy. There was an article in the Telegraph today, speaking of delivery, about a company called Starship that doesn't have any starships, but it is piloting robot delivery for the cost of £1.
Yes, a robot will bring you your groceries.
Yeah.
This is like next level Instacart or
So
Google Shopping Express.
They're going to pilot this in Greenwich.
Or Amazon Fresh.
It can bring you more than just groceries. I mean, it can bring 20 pounds of anything in secure storage. It's locked up. You unlock it with an app once it shows up at your house. Skype co-founders Ati Einla and Janice Fries, I always say their names wrong and I apologize, are behind this. So we were looking at these stories. Veronica said, are we preparing ourselves for a life of autonomous robots doing everything for us by accepting service industry-oriented startups like Handy, like Uber, like Postmates?
That's really the answer to the question. That's the second part of the question. The first part of the question, which I've heard a lot of people talking about in the tech space, in this, echo chamber of technology and talking heads that centers around San Francisco, is this causing the babyification of people? Is it basically a bunch of tech dudes creating products that make them feel like their mother is taking care of them again? They don't have to do their laundry. They don't have to do their own shopping. They don't have to go out to the store to buy stuff for themselves. Everything they could possibly need and want. Oh, come make my bed. Come tuck me in at night. Oh, I don't even have to go downstairs to unlock the front door because now Rinse will come to my house and use the August lock to return my clean clothes into my closet. I don't even have to answer the door anymore. And so there's that perspective. Are we... What is going to happen to us at this point where we can almost feel like we no longer have to take care of ourselves? And is this only for the rich? Is this only for the rich and powerful? The people who live in cities like San Francisco and New York, LA, maybe Portland, maybe Seattle, in places where these technologies are kind of growing and budding. But, it's not necessarily available to all the other 99% of the people in the world. Or are we somehow mentally preparing ourselves for a time when autonomous robots are doing all the jobs that these service workers are doing now? So we're already seeing that with this Skype invention, with the news from Google about drone delivery, Amazon. It's saying, well, we don't even need people anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, your groceries are going to be delivered to you via drone. Oh, we don't even need drivers for Uber anymore because we're actually working on an autonomous car project. Are we setting ourselves up for that level of comfort?
Okay, so the first question about babyfication.
The babyification of mankind.
That strikes me as a perennial complaint/fear throughout human history. These days, the children can just get in a car. They don't have to hook up a horse anymore. They don't have to work at it. Oh, and then there were horses and carriages. I used to just walk places, but now people, they have to be ridden. They have to be pulled by horses. Only the rich can afford... Only the rich can afford to be pulled by carriages. It's unfair. The second part about being able to afford these services, I think, is a more pertinent question to examine. I also think it may be a little bit of an overinflamed fear, but at least there's something there. Like, yeah, there are people who can't afford these services, and that's something to look at.
And services typically start at a higher level and then come down over time.
Right.
To become more widely available.
So I wouldn't look at these kinds of services and say they've cured all human ills until they get to a point where everyone can afford them, and that may take a lot longer than people think. But I don't think this stuff babyfies us. I mean, all technical advances take away us having to do something the hard way and actually make it so that we can do something else. And the fear is always like, and so we'll just, like in Idiocracy, all tool around in our little scooters and never do anything. But history proves otherwise. When we are freed from certain amounts of toil, we generally find productive things to do. Not every single one of us does, and I think that's the cause of the fear.
Are we setting ourselves up for the next Renaissance?
Possibly, right? I mean, the ability to have leisure time caused the Renaissance. The Industrial Revolution caused all kinds of technical advances that we're still spiraling out of. And that's why I think that second question you asked about cost is a very valuable one, because while those things in the large scale had largely positive effects, they also had extremely negative effects along the way. And if we can get better at mitigating negative effects so that we don't have people dying of whatever the technological equivalent of black lung is going to be, or exploited childhood workers, then I think that's important to avoid. But I don't think...
Is it going to be drone driving thumbs?
I don't think that there is anything that builds character in me of having to go to the post office to pick up a package.
Okay, that's reasonable. I agree with you there. What happens to jobs then? What's going to happen when, okay, so now instead of going to the laundromat, which
we remove our wooden shoes, sabot, and throw them into the factories, hence the name saboteur.
Okay. All right. But I know there's always going to be jobs that people don't want to do, but this is really the age-old question of science fiction, is what happens when the robots take all the jobs? Now,
again, I would approach this the same way and say, in the large picture, we find new jobs. No one thought that when we got rid of, computers as people, that we would find new jobs for all of those mostly women who did that. But we did. We created whole new service industries. It allows us to create whole new economies and whole new industries.
However, we need the people to repair the robots.
Yeah, exactly. We need somebody to fix the robots, okay? They won't fix... Oh, wait, they can probably fix themselves.
They can definitely probably fix themselves.
But no, we come up with new things that we would never have thought to be able to do because we didn't have time. Like, who has time for that? Well, in the new world, you will, because you won't have to be spending all your time doing these other things. But in the short term, how do we, again, make sure that the people who lose those current jobs don't get thrown into poverty and starvation because they can't make the transition to whatever the new world is?
Yeah, it's strange, especially in cities like San Francisco, where the people who do the service jobs are becoming increasingly priced out of the city itself. They can no longer afford to pay the rent for the city in which they're trying to do the jobs. And so then, in some horrible way, it almost makes sense for robots to do those jobs because they can't get people to come do them in the places where the people can no longer afford to live. I don't know if that sounds like a bad thing to me.
Yeah, I think that's an example of the system being out of whack while it's in transition. I don't think that's a sustainable system unless eventually that spreads everywhere. And all those people who couldn't afford to live in San Francisco start being able to afford the benefits of that service/robot economy down the way. And I think that's possible. But I don't think it's guaranteed. And I think, again, it's something that we shouldn't fear technology, but we should use technology responsibly, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't have time to lay out all the specifics because that's where this really gets gritty. Is like, okay, well, what does that mean in practice? Do you pass laws? Do you have regulations?
And we don't know.
And how does that stifle innovation, et cetera?
Where the whole stifling innovation question is coming up to a vote basically tomorrow in terms of the different propositions that San Francisco is facing versus Airbnb, for example, and facing the housing crisis that the tech boom has essentially exacerbated. So that's, San Francisco is a very localized kind of thing under a microscope right now, but doesn't mean it won't change or spread out to other areas experiencing this kind of boom in the future. Robots.
Make Free Basics by Facebook, which used to be internet.org, and internet.org runs it, but they've given it its own name, which is the idea that, hey, I'll get some access to free data on my phone that I don't have to pay for to give me a leg up on things like Wikipedia and Facebook, obviously. I think that's a great example of how you have to tailor your technological solutions to the market it's meant for. In African countries where Free Basics has rolled out, it has done very well because the idea of zero rating a service is totally normal. It's something that people are like, yeah, you know what? I get services on my phone. I don't get to pay for the entire internet. I don't have enough money for that. So getting some stuff free, I'm all in. That's great. Give me that. Love it. Right? And it's working. In India, that didn't work. And I can't claim to know India well enough to tell you exactly why, but it's because the culture in India was like, no, you're giving me some things for free, which is picking winners or losers, and I want these other things, and you're not giving me those, and that's not fair, and that violates net neutrality.
It's knowing your market, for sure.
Yeah. And so that's why it's hard to say, like, what you should do is X, because what works in San Francisco is not necessarily going to work in London, certainly not likely to work in Beijing. So you need to come up with a different approach depending on so many factors, socioeconomic, political.
Bringing it back down to our initial conversation. So do you think, I mean, this service industry, these sites and services like Uber, Postmates, Handy, Rinse, all the different ones that are kind of operating right now and aiming to make our lives easier. So you do not think that this trend is looking like a baby bubble?
No, I'm
a man baby bubble.
I think it might allow for more babies because you got more time. No, I don't. I'm a technical optimist, obviously. So you feel free to disagree with me, but I tend to believe that when you get the ability not to have to do something, it allows you to be more efficient and do more things more productively. The fact that I don't have to actually sit down at a reel-to-reel tape like I used to record something and pull out a razor blade to edit it, I could just do it in Audacity. I'm all for that.
Builds character, Tom. Builds character.
You know,
hey, I did it. I don't know if you did it. Builds character.
I totally did it. And there's something to be said for learning old ways to learn like the basics and understanding, but that doesn't mean you should make people do it or outlaw the new way. I think that, yes, there are things like social media that are a net positive, that we have to go through a period of learning how to deal with distractions and learning that, oh, wow, too much of a good thing, too many fatty foods, too much Twitter. We need to learn how to use these things responsibly, but I don't think that makes them bad in and of themselves.
And just so everyone knows, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just initiating a conversation. I do not necessarily agree or disagree with the points that I'm making. I agree that they could potentially be true, but it doesn't, we're having a conversation here about the potential of the future and what's going on
Likewise.
right now.
I would prefer to live in the 1940s without any technology. But
I use these services. I am going to do an Instacart order after we get off this call because I need groceries.
Right. And you know what? I actually like going to the grocery store. It's a break for me. It's fun. It fulfills that shopping need. So I don't overshop in other ways because I get it out at the grocery store. And I feel like I can see the food. It's fresher. I want to pick it, etc.
That's the opposite for me because if I go, I love to pick up things I don't need. So I end up just buying like twice as many groceries. If I go on Instacart, I just reorder all the stuff I get every week and I'm good to go. I don't start buying snacks that I do not need because, tubby butt over here.
The one thing I do, again, pointing at the dog this time. Yeah. The one thing I do is that I always do the self-serve checkout. Mm-hmm. Like I prefer not to have to stand in a line and chat with a person. That doesn't mean they're not nice people. They are. Actually, one of them rhymes all the time.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, that is that. We've solved it. We're not going to become babies and robots. We'll do our bidding. Or not. Let us know. Feedback at dailytechnewsshow.com. Our pick of the day comes from the Bud Adams, who's cooling down in Phoenix and has been listening for a long time but never had something he would call worthy of a pick until now. His friend recently published an OS X app called Grabby, Grabie. It's an OS X menu bar app that lets you search, copy, and paste GIFs from the Jiffy catalog. It's really awesome because you can either copy the image itself for use in iMessage or the link to the image for use in something like Facebook. He says, I've been using it in beta and super excited to share it with the world. He's got the iTunes link we'll put in the show notes for you. But yeah, go to Giphy, do a search, get your GIF.
I use GIF for Mac. Would be my pick in that area. It does a very similar thing, actually, almost pretty much exactly the same thing.
I use Google.
I use Slack and just hope for the
Slack,
best.
And then, you throw your dice and take your chances.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Giphy works better as a search engine than it does as a, just pick it for me, I have to say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But thank you to Bud Adams. Send your picks to us, folks. Feedback at dailytechnewsshow.com. You can find my picks at dailytechnewsshow.com/picks. Aside from the fact that Star Trek is getting a new television series, another piece of big news today was that Windows 10 has a new dead simple app creator that allows you, without knowing any coding, to create an app and publish it to the Windows 10 App Store. Rich from Lovely Cleveland did just that while he's short of publishing it. He said the Next Web had an article highlighting the changes to the App Studio. Lets you make an app in 10 minutes. So I made a DTNS app. I did not publish it on the store because I have no right to do so. And also, it's a POS web wrap of the website. I wrote him back. I was like, look, the show is Creative Commons, so you absolutely have the right to redistribute it in an app. Go for it. I understand how if I made an app that I thought was a POS, that I might not publish it, and I get that. And so he wrote me back. He's like, I'm going to mess around with it. Maybe I will publish it after all, so we'll let you know if he does. But it's pretty cool that anybody can just kind of throw together something if they need it.
Well, that sounds a lot like how we used to be able to make widgets out of websites by using that clipping tool. I mean, maybe that's still available. I haven't done it in like 5 or 6 years, but
right.
You could make a desktop widget just by cutting out a piece of a website.
I forgot all about the widgets. We had a Buzz Out Loud widget. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So funny.
Days.
Ben from Chili Madison, aka in IRC Madison Man, was listening to the discussion about a combination of OS, Chrome OS and Android, and it made him think, why wouldn't they do it like Windows 10? A quite viable solution for me would be something like Chrome OS with individual windows for Android apps, which can be resized and switched between. Seems like it would work quite well, and maybe that's what they'll come out with. He says, as much as I thought I'd hate Windows 10 coming from Windows 7, I'm finding that the few good apps that are available in the Windows Store, I actually prefer a really good Windows app to a website. Maybe the same could be true with Chrome OS.
Interesting.
Yeah, and because you can now use those tiled apps in separate windows on the desktop, it makes them viable for people who would have never used them before. So good
Very cool.
thought there, Ben. All right, well, thank you, Veronica Belmont, as always, for joining us. I will play this. Veronica Belmont. Where can we find more of you?
I am trying to majorly pimp out my Twitch channel because I'm going to be doing more game streams over there, sometimes with Scott Johnson, sometimes with Ralph, sometimes by myself. Twitch.tv/Veronica Belmont is the link to go to.
Watch out, Twitch. You don't know what's coming.
A lot of yelling. A lot of drunk, a lot of yelling.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this. What is it again?
It's twitch.tv/Veronica Belmont, and I had started doing weekly Let's Plays like 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, but then I broke my wrist, and so I was out of it for like 8 or 9 months, like I could not game, and so now I'm back, so we'll see how it goes.
Twitch.tv/Veronica Belmont. Of course, Dear Veronica on engadget.com/Dear-Veronica. Thank you, folks, for supporting the show, dailytechnewsshow.com/support. If you're willing to help us out, or if you already do, thank you so much. Go there and pick away. You can give us $1 on. You can just tip jar us on PayPal. You can commit to be a co-executive producer of the show on Patreon, or you can just buy a mug. We've got new mugs coming in a couple of days. They're blue with the DTNS logo on them. dailytechnewsshow.com/support. And everybody really loved that Halloween poster that Len made on Friday. So to commemorate year 2 of Daily Tech News Show, Len Peralta is doing a special edition 11x17 commemorative poster based on Star Wars The Force Awakens that features us in the parts of the Star Wars people. And it might feature you. There are a limited number of slots to not only buy the poster, but also get your name featured prominently in the credits section on the poster and in the speed drawing video Len is making as he creates it. So celebrate another year of DTNS in this special way. Help Len out and go to lenperaltastore.com for details. It's a good looking poster. He's got the line art up there already.
It is.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the final version. Our email address is feedback@dailytechnewsshow.com. You can give us a call, 512-59-DAILY. That's 512-593-2459. Listen to the show live Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern at alphageekradio.com, and visit our website, dailytechnewsshow.com. Back tomorrow with Patrick Beja and Justin Robert Young. Talk to you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Boom.
Booyah.
Good show. That was a really good show.
Yeah, I know that conversation got a little out there, but I think that was kind of the point.
I liked it. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Yeah, I love getting way out there like that.
Good.
That was fun.
I hope they enjoyed it too.
I think they will. They really like your Monday conversation ideas.
My weirdo stuff.
We get
my
really
think
good response
pieces.
to those. You make some
I like my
thinks.
think pieces. Just trying to bubble up some thinks.
Keep those thoughts coming.
Yeah.
What should we call this? Showbot.tv. Go vote if you're watching live. T-Mobile is LTE to the party.
Like, get it late to the party.
Clear Sky makes it
Funny.
rain because they got funding. Babality technology wins.
I like man baby bubble. But I'm biased.
That is right on target.
Yeah.
Got milk. Hoist your own pole. Wow, when you take it out of context like that, Shane, it really does have a different feel. Battlestar Grossaractica?
Veronica's not tubby butt.
No, that's Bodega.
It's Bodega. Bodega tubby butt.
I had to go take Django to the vet last week, and they gave her some doggy pills for her arthritis, and man, it is working fast.
Yeah, she
Like,
feels
she's
good.
already springing around
Aww.
better than she had been, so it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Bodega went to the vet last week, and they said, how did she gain 7 pounds in the last 2 months? And I said, I don't know, really. I have no idea. Like, she eats her dog food, and that's it. She has, sometimes she has a piece of celery or a carrot. I don't know what she's getting into. She's, eating the ice cream when we go to bed or something. I don't know what's going on. So
is she
she's
getting less exercise in any way?
Not really.
Yeah, so...
So I don't know.
Those are your two levers, exercise and food.
Her health is fine. She doesn't have any sicknesses or anything. So looks like
Django
man baby
had
bubble
put on,
is. By the way.
Django put on some man baby bubble for herself.
Some lady bubble.
Yeah, some lady dog bubble.
Lady baby bubble.
They say that'll help her arthritis if she loses some weight. I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah, so I had to buy some low calorie. That's the dog food I ordered is low calorie dog food.
Yeah, we ordered Django's dog food right now because she has so many different issues with food. I won't even go into it, but
yeah, poor lady.
Yeah, she's a lady.
Lady.
You heard Tom Jones got fired from The Voice UK?
No, really? I honestly, I didn't even know he was on The Voice UK.
Oh yeah, with will.i.am.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think Kylie Minogue.
Neither of those people are from the UK. But okay.
Tom Jones is from the UK.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Wales.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's a Velvet Welshman or something. There's some Welsh nickname he has. So he says that they were telling him to pick certain people and say things and he wouldn't do it, but they deny that's why. So
Sneaky.
Anyway. I don't know.
Sneaky
Big
devils.
controversy over there.
Yeah, I bet.
Nigh upon. Also, Australia got rid of knights. They're not going to knight people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They didn't for a long time, and then Tony Abbott came in and reinstated it. And the first thing he did was give a knighthood to Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth's husband. I'm like, well, that's just going to fire up your Republicans. So that's done. That's out. Canada's reliving the late 80s, early 90s because Montreal's in first place, and they have a prime minister named Trudeau.
Oh, yes. A very handsome prime minister, I might add.
Is he? Is he? I hear that he
Yeah,
is.
you haven't seen him?
I don't see handsomeness. I'm told people are good looking, and I believe them.
You can't see.
No, I'm just kidding. He's a good looking guy. I was just doing a little Colbert thing.
I got tricked on Twitter today. I got scared on Twitter today.
What? Why?
This woman tweeted at me like, "Hi, Veronica. Looking forward to seeing you at our Disruptive Tech Chat this week on Thursday, 11/5 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time."
Oh, is she presuming the sale?
And I was like, I don't have that on my calendar. Am I supposed to be at a thing? Am I doing a talk? Am I doing a what? And then I wrote back to her and I just wrote, what? And she was like, I hope you'll join us. I was like, oh, don't do that.
You're like, no. I definitely will not.
Now I'm definitely, forget it.
Yeah.
I was like, I have nothing on my calendar on Thursday yet, and I was going to yoga, so take that.
You should write back.
Lady.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at my yoga class.
Yeah, you should join me.
You're obviously coming, right?
It'll be disruptive.
My disruptive yoga.
Use the hashtag disrupt yoga.
I think disruptive yoga would make a great new trend.
Yeah.
It's real peaceful for a while, and then boom.
Yeah. They said I should use a night pet cam to find out what Bobo's getting into, but she sleeps in the room with us. The door's closed, so she's not going anywhere.
You think it's closed?
Yeah, she may have discovered thumbs.
Run the downstairs.
Her secret thumbs.
Secret thumbs.
Yeah. Welcome to Daily Pet News Show.
Yeah.
That should be a Patreon level. I'll start doing Daily Pet News Show.
What's up with Bodega? Here's what's up with Django. Sawyer's never doing anything interesting.
Seriously though, that could be an offshoot, Daily Pet News Show.
Yeah.
And a separate show.
Well,
DP.
Yeah.
What?
DP.
Too far off brand?
No, PNS. Pet News Show. Just different letters. That's all. We just need to work with it.
Daily Animal News Show.
Daily Dog News Show.
Daily Dog News Show.
You don't want to talk about Devo, do you?
No.
DTNS. I like Daily Dog News Show.
I'm down. I'm down for Daily Dog News Show.
I can talk about how I'm giving Django eggs.
Oh, there you go. Eggs, good protein.
Yeah, good
protein. Good cholesterol.
One of the problems Django has is a high enzyme count in her liver. And one of the effects of eggs is to lower enzymes, which can be bad if you have a normal enzyme count. So you don't want to give too many eggs to your dog. But with Django, it's like, it's actually could counterbalance. Still don't want to give her too many.
When you see DPNS written out, the way Shane just wrote it, it does not look great.
No.
It does not look great.
Nope.
It's like DPNS.
That's what it's looking like. Yep. That's what I was worried about. Personally.
Well, I'm actually kind of proud of myself that didn't even cross my mind until you, grossos, pointed it out with your sick minds and your acronyms.
Listen.
It's
just the way it's natural. It's perfectly natural, the way the human mind works. I'm looking forward to BlizzCon this weekend.
Good for you. Enjoy.
You don't want to come.
Well, I'm not going to come.
I know. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad.
Are you in Overwatch beta?
No, that makes me mad.
I'm mad.
Get me in the Overwatch beta.
I mean, here's the thing. I feel like a poser because I don't play enough to warrant it. I get it. If you're looking at my play stats and you're Blizzard, you're like, well, don't give that guy a key. He hardly ever plays anything. But
that's not fair. I do.
I would really like to.
I play the heroes.
I'd be playing a lot of Overwatch right now if I had a beta key.
I bet you would.
I would.
I would not. You never play video games.
I do too.
You're like a white whale. I see you on Steam and I'm like, oh my
Thanks
God.
Thanks a lot. I don't play on Steam very often.
Look at that whale.
Bubble butt.
Look at that bubble butt. I pre-ordered my copy of Fallout 4. Yeah.
I'm thinking about playing Fallout 4, even though it's not really my style of game. It looks fun.
What, do you not like games that are fun? Is that
your
style of game and you don't like fun games?
My style of game is usually boring, but the Fallout 4 looks fun, so I was thinking of ordering it. You know, Jenny got the Pip-Boy version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jealous.
I know.
It's too rich for my blood. Trying to be frugal. Even that was like, oh, $60.
You know, with the Twitch creator channel,
Mm-hmm.
you could do like cooking. You could do like let's play cooking.
Let's play dog tricks.
Yeah, pets don't really fit in the creator channel, but
Oh, okay.
because I started thinking like we could do the dog show there, but that doesn't really fit because you're not making anything. You could make pet things, I guess.
Bonnie should do it for her
She
Star
totally
Wars crafts.
should, yeah. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Whoa!
What?
I clicked out of the wrong screen, and I almost lost the archive.org.
Don't do that.
Nope, that would have been bad. All right, we're publishing.
Sweet.
See, Tinvex says he sees me on BattleNet all the time.
Whatever. It's a lie.
It's not. I haven't been on as much lately. I did play Warcraft the other day. Oh,
Really?
you don't play that anymore.
No, I don't. No.
That's either me feeling superior or me feeling like I play an old game that no one else plays.
Hey,
anymore.
Ian, I can cook. I just want you to know that.
Oh, yeah,
In
Veronica
fact,
can cook.
I can cook. Anyway, Veronica's cooking channel. She orders stuff on Grubhub.
I know you can cook, but that's actually pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
Like, I want to see someone do a channel where they like attempt to cook something and end ordering on Grubhub every time. We use DoorDash a lot.
DoorDash? I don't know what that one is. I've heard of that one. I haven't used it.
I mean, like all of them, it's whatever they have that delivers near you that's good. And DoorDash has a lot of good stuff near us.
Okay.
Postmates doesn't. Not here.
Yeah. Postmates is expensive.
And it is way expensive.
Postmates is like, if this hasn't happened in a long time, but I was once like turbo hungover, and I was like, I require a very specific burrito right now, and nothing else will do, and yet I am too unwell to venture out into the world.
Yes.
And so I paid that like $10, $15 delivery fee. I was just like, I will maybe literally die.
You
if I don't
lay
have
on
this
your
burrito.
fainting couch and order
Yeah.
Postmates.
Yep. And it helped. It did help.
Hey, are you reading Time and Again yet?
Yes, I'm reading Time Again, and I've just started 70s.
Oh, 70 is really good too.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Time and Again's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
I really like it.
pleasantly- Did you do the audiobook I told you to do, the most recent one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the right choice because it still sounds kind of like old-timey because the narrator sounds like an older guy, but like it's good. It's good.
No,
I'm
it's
digging
really
it.
good. And I started a thread on Goodreads because I don't think it's science. Like, I don't want to.
Well, I don't know
anything.
yet. I'm not super far, so don't say anything yet.
You've already got hints of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But it's a good time travel book.
Yeah.
That's
No,
all-
I think it's
that's all
fun.
I'm
It's
gonna
fun to
say.
do stuff that's a little bit different.
Yeah. Good pick. Good
Yeah.
pick, audience. All right, we're out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. Back tomorrow with Justin and Patrick Beja.
Bye.
Bye.